How do you know who's talking to the government? You don't know. So I mean, people got to be out of their mind. If they're not very, very careful and go undercover, if they're doing anything, they're crazy because they're going to get caught.
We were asked to provide evidence for our statements regarding our assertion that Michael Franzese never left the Colombo crime family and has ordered numerous killings. Well, please watch and we leave it for you to decide. We feel it is only fair to point out that due to the retirement rules we are all retired, but we still have information about current mafia families.
Well, I was made a captain at 80. I got out of the life in 95, so.
Here we have Michael Franzese claiming he left the mafia in 1995.
I got out of the life in 95.
So when Michael testified before the Senate in 1992 about boxing, where he gave no important information, or when he claimed to be a born-again Christian in his book Quitting the Mob, which was published also in 1992, by his own admission, he was still in the mob.
I got out of the life in 95.
Now let's see, did Michael Franzese make a mistake and mean to say 1985?
Well, then in 1995, you quit the mob.
Yeah.
Let's examine using Michael's own statements if Michael has ever been involved in a murder.
I mean, did they never ask you, did you kill people?
No, they never asked me that.
Well, would you tell them the truth if they asked you?
No.
And what about your wife after you came out of that?
She never asked me.
She never asked you?
No.
Even when you went to Goodfellas and she saw what was going on?
Look, my wife is very bright, very smart. I think she knows, or she assumes, but she don't want to hear it from me. Why?
Unlike other organized crime figures on YouTube, Michael Franzese does not have immunity from prosecution for murder, so he is not able to admit to them. For example, Sammy the Bull Gravano admitted, in his deal with us, to involvement in 19 murders, and, therefore, he can discuss them. But Michael is being very clear here. Yes, he has been involved in murders. Now let's look at the orders he has given to have crime family members and informants killed.
That's a bad trap to be involved in. And it's going to end badly. It ended badly for Greg. It ended badly for Willie Boy Johnson, who was playing both sides. You can't do that. There's one or two other guys, I'm not going to mention their name, that I found out were doing the same thing. Didn't end good for them either.
Michael clearly states that he himself found out people were informants and it didn't end well for them either.
There's one or two other guys, I'm not going to mention their name, that I found out were doing the same thing. Didn't end good for them either.
Here back in 1998, Michael Franzese sends a message to any potential witnesses against him, that he will have their entire family killed if they do testify against him.
I was told that there was a directive sent out that if people were going to be informants, that, if they had to, they'd kill their whole families.
There was no directive whatsoever. In fact, Michael Franzese himself has stated on multiple occasions that the American Mafia do not target family members of informants or witnesses. There have been rare exceptions to this. Michael was warning potential witnesses not to testify against him.